Hello and welcome to today's podcast. My name is Angela Brooks, and this is Blogging to Profits, Mastering the Rise. Today, I want to talk about engaging with new followers on Clubhouse. Yeah, I know we all need just one more social platform to hang out on, and I get it. Um, but how about a place that you don't have to talk if you don't want to, or even comb your hair? I don't know about you, but it's not every day that I'm video ready. And I know that live video was and still is the hot rate in building your business connection because they get to see your face, they get to feel your energy, they really get to see who you are in person. However, most people aren't wanting to jump on Facebook Lives or any kind of lives, actually. And so when the rave came about with Clubhouse, um, people jumped on. There's thousands of people in a social platform called Clubhouse Rooms. I'm an audio gal, always have been. Hands down, they're my favorite. Uh, that's how I used my car as a moving university type learning tool. That's where I would listen to podcasts, TED Talks, um, and the new Clubhouse as I'm driving because that's not very safe to have a live video going, but I can always plug in and listen as I'm driving. So Clubhouse caught on fire pretty quick. Almost as soon as it came out, it became a super rave on social media. Everybody was talking about it. And it's so super easy to multitask like I did this morning. You know, I had my earphones in and I was on the rowing machine listening in. So I'm all about learning simple ways to engage and connect with people on social media. And, you know, that's an easy way to get them over on your email list, which I hope you are growing your own. A lot of people leave that out, and it's just super important to get people off social media and into your own newsletter. Like if you are not connected with me, you need to go to Angela Brook, BROOK.com /newsletter so that we can get connected there as well. You know, I want to give you some simple tips for engagement on Clubhouse that I think you'll find super helpful. Number one, on any platform that you are participating on, whatever you feel like is your place, anything that you use will work. All places work. You get to pick whatever you choose to do. I am personally on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and I hang out on Clubhouse some. I'm not on there every day, and I'm choosy at what I participate and listen to. But the first thing you need to do on any platform that you choose is a profile picture, a good picture of your face, not your kids, dogs, flowers, none of those things. It needs to be you in a close up so that they get to see who you are. And, you know, make the background something that'll stand out from the crowd. So you want your picture to be catchy. So that the speakers that are, or the room moderators actually, of the room can can see you and it'll grab their attention. And when you choose a great profile picture, you've also got more chances of being picked to speak on stage if that's something that you choose to do. The first three lines on your bio is critical. And you want to use words that are searchable and you want to use and say things that are going to make you stand out from everybody else's profile, which is still going to be a little bit of commonality amongst other people, especially in your field, whatever that is. But you know, you can build this out really, really nicely so that people want to connect with you on Instagram and Twitter. So if you choose to speak and get brought up on stage, the first thing everybody is going to do is they're going to click on your profile so they can learn about the person who is speaking. So give them something to talk about. Fill out your profile. And your profile on Clubhouse has a huge space to tell your story about who you are. And if somebody makes it through the first three lines of your bio, you want to make sure the rest of your profile is built out and displayed as a great representation of who you are and your goals and your intentions. So they would know if you're somebody they want to follow, if that's somebody they want to connect with. Um, you don't want your profile to be salesy and pitchy. Of course, we say that on every platform. Everybody knows that you're in business. So, in order to stand out, you've got to be the person that they would connect with if you were standing in line or you was at an event somewhere together. So, take a look at some of the people that you like to follow there on Clubhouse. Check out their profiles, see what they have written to give you some ideas. Don't copy and paste them, even though some of the things may be listed the same. I get that. Make it as unique as possible and just get an idea what you need to put in your profile space. Number 4 is connect your Twitter and Instagram accounts to Clubhouse. Critical, must do. Connecting your IG and Twitter is a great place for them to further connect off of that platform. Since Clubhouse, once a room ends, it's over. You don't, there's nowhere to connect with those people. There's no direct messages, none of that. So connecting your IG, your Instagram, and your Twitter is a place for someone to jump over and say, hey, I just heard you speak on Instagram. It was great listening to your wisdom. Just thought I would connect over here too. Most people do. All of my DM engagements have been amazing, no spam, and I've connected with some really great people that I would not have found on Facebook or LinkedIn. So learn to speak. Number 5. This is number 5. Learn to speak. Listen more than you speak. I didn't get that right. Learn to listen more than you speak. This is important on Clubhouse because putting yourself in rooms, you get to listen in, follow, and get to know the speakers, number 1. And you can slide into their DMs and connect with them over on other social platforms. But everybody freaks out because it's an audio and they think that they have to get on board and be a speaker. You don't. You can simply be a stalker, as I call them, in these different rooms. The people that you enjoy listening to, then you can just go straight over to their Instagram or Twitter, whichever. Most people do Instagram, and connect with them right there. You never have to go on the stage at all. So just be a observer when you are in these rooms. It's an amazing opportunity to connect with people. And number 6, reach out. Don't miss this simple, super simple opportunity to talk to new people you would not be able to have a conversation with on other platforms. For example, this past Monday, I was talking to Paris Hilton. Now, I've not been a big fan of Paris, but I mean, she grew up in, when I was younger, she was all over the papers and the magazines and the news. And, here you are talking to her on Clubhouse. And a few weeks before that, I was very nervous that I was on stage with Grant Cardone and Eric Worre at the same time. I was literally sweating. And I'm like, wow, they can't see me, but they were hearing my voice. They were probably checking out my Instagram. But the more you see people on Clubhouse, you know who you want to follow. And the more people that see you on Clubhouse, the more they're going to reach out and connect with you as well. So here's number 7, support the opportunity. This is the simplest way that you can reach out to people without it being spammy or creepy. I mean, this is the time where you want to follow everything these people are doing, observe what they are doing to engage with them on social media. Sign up for their email list, see what they've got going on, check out their products if it makes sense for you. Go listen to their podcast. I have found quite a few podcasts that I enjoy listening to because of Clubhouse. And whatever they have that you want to be a part of, you get to connect. And of course, you don't have to stay connected if you get in there and it's not what you want. You can just disconnect. But support them at whatever level that you're capable of, or find the people that you personally want to connect with. Simple, easy opportunity. And number 8, do not be a mic hog. If you are brought on stage and they bring you up to ask a question, don't ask 2 questions, ask 1. If they ask you to share a tip, share one tip. There's people that get on there and they just go on and on and on, and the moderator will have to come on and say, hey, we just wanted you to answer one question or give us one tip. We've got to move on to the next person. And they should. This is not a time to be tooting your own horn to provide the value that they're looking for. They just want you to answer one question, give one tip, and just become popular with the moderators by simply doing what they ask you to do, so that they know that when you come on, they're not going to have to take you off. And I think there is a button now in the moderators that they can bounce people out of the room when they become mic hogs like that. So tooting your horn, it's not the place. There's a lot of what they call bro marketers out there, blowing up things that is just not cool. I don't like listening to high height, taking pictures in front of somebody else's house, and they did it overnight. Nobody wants to hear that stuff. So number 9, small rooms. I discovered this kind of an accident. I was just clicking around on the buttons to see what everything does, and I clicked on somebody's picture and it said small room, and I clicked it and it dropped this person over into a private chat. Like this person had been on the panel, so I was looking at their IG account, just clicking buttons, and it dropped us over into a private room. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I did that, but hi, how are you? And so when we had a small conversation, and like, I'm sorry, let's just click out of here. It dropped us right back into the room, exact places that we were. It didn't take me out of the room because I thought maybe I bounced him out of the room. It didn't. So it just takes you right back to where you came out of. And number 10, launching your own room. Now, this sounds a little scary. I get it. You never have to. You can jump in any room, several rooms, and just listen. Check out the people in the room who have their profiles filled out, which will now be you, and pop over to Instagram DM and just say hello. I've started a few rooms myself, and I do have 5 invites on Clubhouse. If you're not in just yet and you are looking for a invite, drop me a message on Instagram and I will get one of those to you so that you can be added. What was I going to say? Oh, I've started a few rooms myself, but it's just not something that you have to do, but you do get, they give you extra invites for people. Of course, you're more likely to have more followers. People can see you easier. And it's kind of like the algorithm thing on Facebook. But this is something they bump you up and people can see you more. So I hope these simple tips are helpful. Starting a conversation is really easy. And if you need help with those, I have a free download with 17 conversations that I have used over, I guess, the last 4, 5, 6 years, and they still work for me. And so I did a PDF download so that I could give those to you, and you can use those. They're copy and paste. But I highly encourage you to just download that, print it out, have it on your desk so that you can tweak it so that it sounds like you and doesn't sound like Angela Brooks. But if you'd like to get that download and you're here on the podcast, go to Angela Brooks, AngelaBrook.com/script-book. Again, that's AngelaBrook.com/script-book. And you can download that, and there's 17 copy and paste scripts that you can use on any platform. Tweak it to be you so that you can get conversation started. This is a time where social media is a level playing field for all people, and you can get in touch with anybody that's out there. So thank you for listening to this podcast. Again, my name is Angela Brooks. I was once upon a time a burnout nurse who turned into a 6-figure essential oil business. I'm a blogger, social media connector, and a seasoned with a little bit of consecutive fast. So thank you for being on Blogging for Profits, and I'll see you on the next